till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make
sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, a life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Can I be your superhero? Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to.
gentlemen, and a warm welcome to the grand finals of the Ekasi Esports FIFA 21 series. Ifigile. We are here, the final destination, man.
Like final.
The final one.
We will see who will be taking it all. Oh, Lord.
Today we're going to be crowning a new champ.
Yes. Are you ready?
I don't think I am.
Wow. Okay, that was a turn of events. I was thinking you're going to say yes. I'm very ready.
I don't think I'm ready. You know, I think it's going to be very explosive.
Look, me, I'm ready. Me, I want to see who's getting the 10K. Angan Cheryl.
Yeah, I got Cheryl. Maybe. That's a receive.
But then, just in case you're wondering now, first place is going to be getting a 10,000 rands. Guys, like a whole 10.
That's a lot.
This is when I wish I could play Viva. This is the time.
I think you should start practicing, you know. So, yeah, maybe you can buy yourself a console.
Look.
Maybe.
And second place will be taking a 5,000 rand, with third place taking a 3,000 rand, with the fourth and fifth place taking 1,000 rand each. So it's a win-win, even if Uko top 5.
Yeah, you just win. You go home with something. Look,
I feel like even if you're in top 10, you know, you have made it. You know, you have done something out of the 64 that were participating in this FIFA 21 series that is powered by Vodacom. So, hey, man.
Yeah, man, I couldn't have said it better, man. You know, the top 10, it was a very, very tough competition, and they really brought in their A game, man. You know, kudos to the gents for giving in their all. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, at the end, you know, they didn't make it through to the finals.
Yeah, Next time.
You know. So today we have the grand finals. Yes. I mean, of course, we have the third and fourth place, you know, positioning. We have that match, which is Unzax playing up against Diva.
And they've played, you know, before.
Yeah,
we've been here before. We done. We saw. We were shook at, and we moved on. But look, I just hope, for his sake, Zags and it's again, you know, he does the things that make the things be done, or else, you know, he'll have to take the fourth place. And
it's not going to be easy for Zags. You know, it's a very tough opponent he's going to be playing up against Divak, and I think we're gonna be seeing history repeat itself. I don't know. You know, it's FIFA. You guys let us know what you guys think. Who's gonna be taking it in that match? Divak up against Unzax, and I believe Unzax is going to be playing home, and Divak is going to be away. So he's going to be in white, and Unzax is going to be in blue.
Yeah, because it's always a mix-up. And I've been asking you now, why can't I like a France? Like, guys, come on.
No, France. I think Mr. Eugene once said it in the same place. He said, you know, France is the more technical team. They have a lot to offer. You know, so I like, compared to these other teams like Barcelona, great teams, you know, Real Madrid, you know, great teams, but then there's a bit of an imbalance. You know, FIFA is not like FIFA the game is not like actual
play. So guys, you better be taking notes. So you'll better take notes, just in case the next time it comes around, you know, you can sign up and, you know, be one of the people bearing now go top 5, because
so who do you have your money on?
Hey, guys, me I actually discounted this time. You know, guys, this time I'm just saying, may the best gentleman win. It's anyone's game at this point, but you guys already know, because of, you know, my Pagani. I always said with my Pagani.
You already know.
Always. And I saw Bozonke play for the first time, and immediately I was like, this is one player to look out for. Look at him now.
The underdog.
You see, Bozonke, he is the boss of the Zonke. Exactly. So,
but you guys can drop in your predictions, because I believe that the polls haven't closed yet. You know, so you guys have a chance to win yourself something. Drop in a prediction score for the finals. I think it's for the finals, right, Mr. Producer? Yes, so it's for the final match, which is Masum up against Bozonke. Drop in a prediction score for either legs. So if you get either like scores correct of whatever leg it is, maybe the first leg, then you win yourself, 100 rands.
You see, you too can also win yourself something.
Yeah.
So get on it, and
and you can top it up with some airtime, guys. No airtime. Please call. Guys.
I
please
think
call
by now,
2021.
if secular silence they already know you always saying like something is a shoot. But you know what, it's all good, it's all fine. But do leave some comments more on the comment section, and follow the Ekasi Esports on all social media platforms, and click on that notification bell so that you know everything.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, man. I think right now I think we should look into how Udivag progressed through, like at the brackets. When we look at the brackets, I'm sure
all I can see is him.
Yeah. Oh, that's why you see the green background.
The green. Yeah. But then I remember that comes from the same team or campus. He go, do it something.
Yeah. The same camp. The same campus.
It's the same. No. Or whatsoever. But then as you can see, Kemang Bozonke has been consistent. Yeah,
the only player who isn't signed to any gaming organization, in that top 4, like he played up against Untax, who is signed to Pirates, and and then you have also Divak, who is signed to Bravado Gaming, and also Masum as well, Bravado Gaming, and they went on head to head last week, and we saw flames. We saw flames.
It's always flames here. I'm now used to it.
Yeah.
The second trades, there's always something. You're always like, no, it's gonna be just a game, it ends up being something else.
I believe you got your predictions wrong last week. I'm just saying,
there's no prediction that I got wrong. If you don't believe me, you can just, also on the YouTube channel, just check. Just watch all the videos. Then you will know who's on the winning team. It's this. It's all of this. This side we don't know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Make sure to interact with us, guys. Let us know where you guys are watching from. Let us know who you've got your money on today for the first match, Utivak up against Untax. Keep those comments coming in, and also let us know who you think is going to take it between Masum up against Untax Rogue.
Masum and no Bozonke.
Masum and Bozonke. Did I say Masum and Divak?
Yes. No, not Divak.
I said Untax. Oh, Masum and Bozonke. And Untax. Yeah, ish, man. Hey, I'm too scared.
You said today. That's why.
Okay, I think we'll jump into the first match, and let us see what the gents have for us today. The analysts, and let's jump right into it.
Yes.
Black and eyes make my way into your mind, just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. It's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys can see, I've got Mr. Eugene besides me. How's it, man?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I can't complain myself. Can't complain. Are you ready for today?
Yo, bro, I'm ready. I'm more than ready. We've reached that stage where it's do or die, and I've been looking forward to this day for a very long time, and it's finally here.
It's finally here, man. A lot happened, from the beginning of the tournament up until now. We had our expectations. I think earlier on in the competition, we were like, we thought that this person would be in this position, but then everything just switched up on us.
Yeah, you know what? because it started with so many players, and you know, there were surprises here and there, and then we were in the top 64, and then I think it was down to 16. Then from the 16 it was down to 8 to 4, and now it's to 2, and we still have the other two who are playing for that third place position. Obviously it was going to be tough, but as soon as, you know, it took shape, we went into the last 8 and the last 4. You started seeing, you know, some players who started standing up to be counted, making sure that you know, they turn up at the right time, and my we were in for a surprise.
100%. I think one player we didn't see, I think I could say I underestimated a little, was Bozonke. I don't think we saw him making it this far. But then he proved us wrong.
Certainly, I didn't see him making it into the last 4. You know, so let alone the final. You know, so I think the first time when I saw him play, it was during the final weekend of the league, the 64 league. And I wasn't really impressed by him, you know. I wasn't really impressed. I think he was in the top 8 somewhere there, and then, you know, he managed to pull through into the group stages, and in the group stages he also, you know, made sure that he claims his place through into the last 8. And in the last 8 he started, you know, making sure that he takes his chances, and you know, it's good for this tournament. I think it's good for this tournament that a player that is unsigned, a player that is a free agent, has went through against all odds to make it into the final.
I think definitely it you know, gives some inspiration to people who are sitting at home and feel like, you know what, they don't have a chance because, you know, they're not signed to a gaming organization. It's very possible, guys, you know, as long as you put in the hours, as long as you make sure that you know your tactics right, you pick the right teams, the mentality is there, you can find yourself in this type of position you're in, even though you're a free agent. You know,
you can, you know, and it's nice to be rubbing shoulders against players who are pros, who are, you know, contracted to the likes of Bravado Gaming, to the likes of Orlando Pirates and others as well, you know. So for him, it's an inspiration to other players to say, even next year when we start the 3rd season of this competition, feel free to come and test yourself.
Okay, I think now let's look at Divak, who is going to be playing up against Unzax Rogue. They have met each other before and it ended horribly for Unzax Rogue, unfortunately. It ended in tears for him, defeating him 5-2, I believe, if I remember.
It was 5-0.
5-0.
5-0. It was 5-0.
Okay, I get. And I'm sure by that number 5, guys, I'm sure you guys know that's a huge number. What did Utivak do right in that match? What do you think he did right, or what do you think Unzax did wrong?
No, first of all, I think we need to stress that this game is a 3rd place playoff, and these guys, this game is as good as being a final. You know, it's as good as being a final, and with Unzax losing to Bozonke, I think he would have been upset with himself. Although Bozonke, you know, showed that he is a worthy player to be in the final, but I think it was a surprise to many people, including myself and yourself, that Unzax is out, who was the reigning champion of this particular tournament. He's now going to face off against someone who has thrashed him before, 5-0 in Divak, who is also signed to Bravado Gaming. We saw him lose to Masum, the finalist, last week, in a game that was, for me, neck and neck. You know, forget the scoreline, but both players showed their brilliance. I think any other day, any other player would have won between them. You know, it was a balanced game. I think it was a game between 2 equal pros. It's Divak and Zax in the 3rd place playoff. I don't know who I'm gonna go for, but I think just because Zax lost 5-0 to this guy earlier on in the tournament, I would go with Zax to get a bit of revenge. You know, go out on a high as a defending champion, try to get that bragging rights back. it's a 3,000 game, 3,000 rands game.
yeah.
You know, the winner
Lot of
takes
money.
home 3,000 rands. The loser goes home with 1,000 rands.
1,000
You know,
rand, yeah.
so
So it's a win-win, but then that 3,000, that plus 2, it matters if you want to do something with it. But let us know what you guys think in the comment sections. Interact with us. Who's going to be taking it in that match? Is it going to be Utivak, the guy from Bravado Gaming, or is it going to be the Buccaneer himself, Ntax Rogue? I'm going to have to place my money on Utivak. You know, simply, I mean, he thrashed him last time.
yeah.
You know, and at this point, I don't think their mindsets are in that competitive. You know, they're like they're playing for a finals. Yes, it's pretty much the same, but I think they're going to be relaxed. So you know, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to give it to Divak.
Yeah, I think, you know, the consistency has shown over the tournament. You know, I can see why you would go with it, you know, and it's factual, you know. But then, you know, it's 3,000. I know if you put 3,000 here and 1,000 rands here for me to pick, I know which one I would pick. So I think you know, it's at the end of the day, yes, they are disappointed not to be in the title decider, but hey, 3K versus 1K. I know which one I'm going for.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think maybe if we can get into the match now, or okay, then just a bit of a delay there. I think what else can
it seems like both players are now ready, being busy setting their tactics there. And you know, it's going to be a humding of a game, just like we witnessed in the past, in the first few rounds of this tournament. You know, as I said, for me, this matchup is as good as being a final. I would have hoped to see it as a final, but hey, you know, if you don't see it in a final, at least see it in the final day, which is what we're gonna get it today. And you know, it's going to be fireworks. Ntax will bring his A game. Bravado Gaming versus Orlando Pirates Gaming. It's going to be something of a match.
Both players are playing using France. And the importance of France, exactly, you know, I tried explaining it to Matapela earlier on. I don't really know that much. Since you are like the expert, how important is France in?
Yeah, you know what? In the game in the game, not in real life, in the game of FIFA, there are certain things that work in the game. There are certain meta, you know, that we follow certain players, and you know, you've got the likes of Neymar, the likes of Mbappe, you know, Cristiano Ronaldo, and all those are meta players. And unfortunately, France is the most meta team. When it comes to all the teams that are in the game, they are the most meta. If you choose any other team, it will have its ups and downs. It will have its advantages and disadvantages. But France is the most balanced. You've got your full backs that are solid. You've got your center backs that are quick and solid as well. The goalkeeper is very good. The two CDMs, Kante and Pogba, are very, very good. Particularly Kante, marshalling the defense, and Pogba being able to do a bit of everything. And then when it comes to the wingers, you've got Kingsley Coman and Ousmane Dembele, who are brilliant football playing players. And you know, Ousmane Dembele, the 2 5-star, he's got 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves. He can shoot with both legs. He can do all the skills in the game. He's quick, over 90 pace, so he's, you know, the perfect player for you. And then you've got some of the best forwards in the game as well, you know, in Wissam Ben Yedder, who can shoot with both feet. You've got Benzema, you know, and the poster boy, Kylian Mbappe. You know,
so
that's why they are that good. Any other team will have flaws somewhere. It's either they will have flaws in the midfield, or they will have flaws at the back or up front, but they won't be as balanced as France are.
That's exceptional to hear. That's music to my ears. I think now I'll switch to Mr. Sam Place. You know, I've been warming his seat up for him. You know, I think he can take it from here. He's much more technical than I am, clearly. So yeah, let's
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Ekasi Esports FIFA 21 series. Eugene, I don't even want to brush around too much, man. We've made it to the finals.
Yeah.
Man. The grand finals. Our 10-week long journey is finally coming to an end. But we still have an exciting day lined up for us. We've made it, my friend.
We've made it. You know, it's kind of sad a bit, but with what is in store for us, in a couple of moments, man, I can't wait.
No, and just to keep you guys up to date with what's going on. So today we've got the grand finals. It's Masum
and Boss
Zonke who have made it to the finals. And the next game that you guys are going to be watching is going to be Devag up against Zax Rogue. So we're going to be watching those two games. And I mean, I'm just excited to finally make it. We've made it this far. We've seen everything. We've what do I say? Funneled it down to the best players. Essentially, we've trickled down to the best players. Everybody that's out there, and I'm excited to go into it. And the game has started. So, Eugene.
Yeah. The league phase, remember when Zax lost terribly to Devag 5-0, and today it's there's something on the line. You know, they're playing for a cash prize of 3,000 rands that goes to the winner of this match, and then the loser will just get himself, you know, a lovely 1,000 rands.
It is one of those matches where there's a lot. Or there's a high stakes game at this point. But we see Devag trying to go in for the attack there, managing to maintain possession in the 18 area, and he manages to get it in. What a beautiful play, keeping the ball close to him. I think those are the advantages of not sprinting, you know, making sure that the ball is close to him, making sure that he has full control of the situation, and managing to get it there in the bottom left corner. What a beautiful one.
Yeah, exactly what we didn't see last week from Devag. Last week he was doing a bit like this, but the finishing wasn't up to scratch, you know. But today, you know, a good reverse elastico in the box, and you know, a nice finish to the bottom corner of the goalkeeper there to make it 1-0, and Zax is already on the back foot.
What a beautiful one there coming in from Devag, giving him that 1-goal lead that is definitely necessary in these games, just so you have a comfortable lead. But it seems like he's not letting up whatsoever. He's coming in very aggressive, and then Zax having to prove himself in the defensive area and trying to keep the ball out. Is he going to be managed to do this for the rest of the game? We'll find out. But Zax is coming in for the counter-attack, hitting it from the right. Is he going to be able to find his man? And he does. Can he try and finish it? Keeping the ball close to him, and showing that he's got the technique and the skills to maneuver with the ball closely to him, but not finding that man so that he can get that ball behind the back of the net.
Yeah, you know, Devag not really rushing into challenges at the back, standing strong and waiting for Zax to do something, not making a decision for him. Because one of the things, you know, that you can, the big problem, or you know, the biggest mistake that you can do is to make a decision for the attacker. And you know, he might, if you do that and it's the wrong decision, you might just find yourself in trouble. As we see Devag there coming into the box, skipping over a challenge, and you know, trying to find space to get the ball into the box, but then Zax gets the ball back and switches over to try and hit on a counter attack. But yeah, Devag is you know, proving a solid player so far in this match.
No, Devag doing really well there, giving a lot of pressure and putting a lot of pressure rather onto Zax, not giving him any space to breathe. Constantly on the offensive, leaving Zax desperate to make very risky tackles like the one he just made that could have bitten him in the foot. But rather, we're going to wait for that and see how that goes. But Devag still putting that pressure on, managing the ball just outside the 18-yard area, managing to find himself inside, keeping the ball close to him. I would have expected a shot there, but he doesn't take it. maybe it was a situation of he thought he knew that it wasn't going to go in. That's a calculated move on my side. Maybe it was the wrong calculation, but it was a calculated move nevertheless.
Yeah, I think it was a mistake there. I think he thought he wasn't going to beat the defender, but then he beat the defender, and unfortunately he had already punched in the buttons as he makes it 2-0. What a goal from Hussein Ben Yedder against the post and into the back of the net. It's Divac who makes it 2-0 against Ntsax in the first leg of the third place playoff there. What a beautiful play by Divac, who at this moment in time is all over Ntsax, who doesn't have answers for Divac.
Yeah, and Docs making quite a strategical move there, getting the ball out after having requested his pause. Definitely needs to make an adjustment to his tactics and to his strategies moving forward. I think he's able right now to read the game and see exactly what's going on with Divac putting pressure on him constantly, making it very hard for him. So he definitely needs to adjust and try and figure out how he can come back from this.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Divac's, the way he's relaxed, the way he's composed himself today. He isn't rushing. His shots seem to be calculated, as you mentioned before. Unlike last week where he was sort of rushing everything, in a game, in a high pressure game. I think today it's a game of, I've beaten this guy before, I can do it, so I just need to be more relaxed and do my part. And so far so good for him.
So far so good. Hopefully Ntsax can come back from this one and that he made the appropriate adjustments, but still getting that pressure from Divac, and Divac not giving him any space whatsoever. And it seems like it's a little bit of what I would call practice at this point for Divac. Looks like he's just having fun at this point, managing to get that third goal in, making it 3-0 for Divac. What a beautiful one.
Yeah, Divac is, those La Croqueta cancels are proving to be deadly. I think last week he scored 2 goals out of them, and today I've already seen 2 that he scored from the La Croqueta cancels, which are very deadly and hard to read, so far in this game. And Ntsax doesn't have an answer. Whenever he wins the ball, Divac takes it back as we go to halftime, with Divac leading Ntsax by 3-0 in the first leg of this third place playoff.
What a beautiful one there coming in from Divac. Man, it seems like he's not giving Ntsax any opportunities, any chances to kind of come back from that one. And I think I love that type of FIFA playstyle. Really not giving your opponent any chance to kind of find their space, find their time. We did chat about this in the beginning of the tournament, saying that you need the first 45 minutes to read your opponent. Yeah. But Divac is not giving him that chance. It's just aggressive, it's just offensive, and really not giving them space to just try and figure things out. And what I love about Divac is that it's not complicated the way his playstyle is. It's quite simple. As long as he finds his man, as long as the man is free, then he's good to go for the goal. And that's what he's proven done in this round. And I'm keen to see how this game ends.
Yeah, you know what? I think you've summed it up very, very well there. And I think Divac, what he's doing is, just showing people who doubted that 5-0 defeat in the past, to say, if you thought that was a fluke, think again. Today I'm going to show you what I am. And so far, he's proving to be a worthy opponent to Ntsax. Last week we dubbed that game against Masum as possibly a game that would have been fit to be a final itself, and this one, of course. But so far, he's just, it's as easy as taking candy from a baby for Divac. And Ntsax doesn't have, whatever Ntsax is trying to do, whenever he gets the ball, he tries a few passes here and there, but he can't seem to get it into the back of the net as he tries here with Ben Yedder. But there's no way for him as Divac takes the ball back with N'Golo Kante, who loses the ball easily there and gets a free kick into the way of Ntsax. What can he do? Can he get something back to to give Divac some worrying moments as Divac hits on the counter. It's Wissam Benye there on the left hand side. Can he find that shot? Yes, he does, but the goalkeeper saves. As we see there, a pause being made. I don't know by who. I think it's Ntsax who's trying to go all out for it, because it's a 3,000 rands game, this one. So the pressure must be, of the highest variety today.
And this is very surprising for me, Eugene, because Ntsax is the Ntsax that we know. He's a very aggressive player. He doesn't give you any chances. In the last game that we watched from him, he was just on it. And at this point, it seems like Divac has taken that role of being the one that's just constantly on his neck. And it's very surprising, but I'm hoping that maybe Ntsax can find his feet again and try to get back into the game, because 3-0 is a big lead, but I believe he is able to come back from it.
Yeah, he can come back from it, but the thing is, you can be as aggressive as you want, but sometimes you meet your match, and when you meet your match, that aggressiveness becomes softness, and that's what Divac is doing to him today. That's what he's done to him before. It's like you're not watching Ntsax, it's like you're watching myself play, perhaps. But Divac is making sure that he doesn't give anything away. Even in instances like that, those are instances where you would expect Ntsax to make something of it. But yeah, Divac is just all over him. As we see him getting the ball there on the left hand side with Lucas Digne, who's finding Kante looking for the ball into the box, and Divac makes it 4-0. It's Kylian Mbappe, and I think the first leg has been settled. It's going to the way of Divac. Ntsax is rattled.
No, very, very rattled. And, where I come from, Eugene, if you score 3 goals and if there's a goal difference of 3, that's a whitewash, my friend. And at this point, Divac is just adding more fire to the flame by making it 4-0. And I think he's pretty much made it official that he's gonna come out as the winner in this game, and that he is the dominant player in this situation, proving to be one of the greater players that we've seen right now. And I'd hope to have seen this earlier from Divac, because I don't think we got to see this side of him, this more aggressive, this not letting up. From what I'm seeing, possession, he's completely got it 100%. The passes are connecting, the interceptions are connecting, and the shots are on target. Oh, what a beautiful game coming in from Divac.
Yeah, what a beautiful performance from Divac this week against the reigning champion. I mean, we have to stress that this is the reigning champion being reduced to a 4-0 defeat, or a 4-0 defeat. I think it's gonna be bar for a miraculous comeback from Ntsax, which I don't see, because I'm not even sure when was the last time we saw a shot at goal by Ntsax. Every time he tries to get a shot in, there's a man there to block or take the ball away from Ntsax by Divac, who is now outnumbering Ntsax in his own half, and it's less than 10 minutes left in this match. Divac is doing a good thing there by holding on to possession, because you don't want to give Ntsax any kind of sniff to get that one goal back. You never know what's going to happen in the second leg, but so far so good by Divac, holding on to possession and calculating his attacks.
Definitely playing in favor of the second leg, not because it could go differently in the second leg, but rather he's doing the right things and not giving out whatsoever, making it 5-0 with that beautiful attack coming in there, and just he's making a statement at this point. There's no need to go this hard, Eugene. There's no need.
There is a need, man. When you're playing for 3,000 rands, you need to go as hard as possible, and Divac is doing very well there, to make sure that he gets his respect back. I think there was someone on the comment section last week, as the game finishes 5-0, the first leg finishes 5-0. We have to stress that the last time these guys played, it finished 5-0 in 2 legs.
Yeah,
it's already 5-0 in the first leg. So
yeah.
Top one for Ntsax. He needs to come back. He needs to, go back to the drawing board very quickly, and somehow bring it back to some sort of respectable scoreline.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's getting embarrassing at this stage.
Yeah.
To be losing 5-0 in the first leg. If you combine all 3 matches, it's 10-0 across 3 games so far. It's not good reading if you are the reigning champion of the Ekasi Esports FIFA series.
No, not whatsoever. Nothing whatsoever. And shout out to Devag though, making a huge statement there with 5 goals coming in. What a beautiful game coming in from Devag. And unfortunate to Nzak's there because he is a good player. And I think it's one of those things where everybody that's made it this far, you don't make it here. I said this last week, but you don't make it here by luck. There is some skill, there is some talent that comes with it. But what happens in a tournament is that when you get to this point, when you get to the final, it becomes a thing of the best going up against the best, and then it's a situation of who's the better one. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what really came to fruition at this point with Divock coming in with 5-0, and Zags, shout out to you for making it this far and well done. And it's a thing of he is a good player, but he just found his competition, he found his match, and unfortunately he wasn't able to bring the best out of him today.
Yeah, he wasn't. I don't have any reasons for it. I think it's just the better player won the game. There's no. I don't like to leave any room for excuses, because if someone beats you 5-0, it automatically tells you, Zax is the reigning champion. He just needs to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Try and I don't know how he's going to overcome this 5-0 deficit in the second leg. But Divac is a monster of a player. Yes, last week he lost against his teammate Masum, who was a better player on the day. I think I was going back to that comment made by a particular player last week, but I forgot the name, on the comment section that said, congrats to Masum, but for me the better player is Divac, and he proved that by thrashing the reigning champion 5-0. I think this shows you that Divac is a serious player.
Yeah.
He means business. Yes, he lost to his teammate, who so far this season is seeming to be one of the untouchable guys. But Divac is there also, to be counted in that category as well. Nzax, unfortunately for him, when he plays against other players, he does perform. But when he matches up against this caliber of players, it seems like there's something lacking. It seems like he's a level below, what the level that's required for you to match up against these dudes.
No, 100%. And hopefully, man, we get to see him again next in the next tournament. To try and do better and try and make up for this. But a really well made game, and I really love it. The way I understand it, Eugene, is that I just got word that they're not going to be playing the second game. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see that. So we're going to just jump straight into the grand finals. And understandably so. I mean, 5-0. First half or first round rather, first leg is a bit of a catch up if you have to go into the second leg, and I completely understand it. So.
I don't understand it. No, I don't like it. It's not how it should be. If you are getting beaten, just take it. Don't run away. If you are running away, then you have a big problem. So I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. But then again, as you're saying, when you are on the other side of the 5-0 drubbing, you can understand it. But I think just be a man and take it on the chin. If it's 10-0, it's 10-0. This is the last day of the tournament, and next year, in the next 2 months, we're going into the series, into a new series. We're gonna get the new game. And you are giving the other guy power. That the next time you meet him, he knows that he's got the upper hand. I don't like it.
No, not at all. And I'm reading the chat right now, Eugene. We've got Polar Loads saying, "Hola, gents. Losing by 5 is normal, guys. And Zax is still the best. He was just outsmarted. And I say it's normal because I'm used to being beaten by my friends by 5 goals and more. But it's embarrassing, though." And I think he makes a good point that it is a tough one to kind of, get through when you're getting beaten this much. But in a professional space, in a tournament situation where there's money on the line, where there's reputation on the line, and mind you that there are esports teams looking out, there's brands looking out, and we're trying to foster growth. You'd expect someone to follow through, especially because it's a commitment at the end of the day. But I understand it. 5-0 is a big defeat. I've been beaten. Someone asked me recently, what's the worst score that I've experienced in my life? And I think for me it was 9-2, something like that. And I hate speaking about it, but it was a tough one. But I had to see it through, because normally 3-0 you pass the controller, but 9-2 I had to see it through.
You know what? We have situations here where there are so many things at play here. You've got your internet connections that can go wrong. You've got a player who can just quit. Maybe, who knows, if you play in that game, you score 2 quick goals and then Divac collapses. You never know. So congratulations to Divac, who finishes third in the Ekasi Esports FIFA 21 series. He deserves it. It's Olympic time and people are getting gold, silver and bronze medal. It's a bronze medal for him to go with 3,000 rands, which you won't get anywhere, So for him, just playing FIFA and beating people 5-0, congratulations to Divac.
Yeah, no, big ups to Divac. And I think now we segue our way into the grand finals, where we've got Masoom going up against Boss Zonke. What a beautiful lineup that I'm keen to see. But before we get into that, we're going to have our panelists give you a little bit of information in regards to that and update you guys as to where we are right now. But we'll catch you guys just in a bit. Keep the comments flowing, keep it going. We love the engagement, we love the interactions in the chat, and let us know who you think is going to be taking away the grand prize today. Masoom versus Boss Zonke. We're going to catch up with you guys in a bit.
And jalo fela, we are back, and yena ha ba tlo bua because of go never bang the feelings tsa rone di hetile. Along heard up, but you know what?
I'm with you, man. I'm with you on that.
No, you are not with me.
I'm with you, definitely.
You had new one, guys.
Yeah. We saw a repeat of history today. 5-0. We saw it in they once played against each other, and hey man, Divac was like, hey, let me remind you what I did to you last time. And
look,
thrashing
that's
thoughts.
it happens. Ntax, better luck next time, my guy. Look.
Yeah.
Fourth place is still somewhere, it's better than nothing. Look, me, I will always forever and ever and ever and amen. It was a heated match, Divac was being himself. And he played his thing. I get what,
he did his thing, man. They did definitely put up a match there, very entertaining. Divac in full control, making use of his chances very well. He played out, he used the space very well as well. So let's see what the people in the comment sections are saying. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as we did.
Look, this is too much, because someone actually said Ntax will win the third place with no doubt. It's a lot. And Raphael, Ntax is getting clapped again. Wow. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
wow, hey man, le botlhoko, hey,
Le botlhoko, man.
and then bare, hey, all a chance, losing by 5 is normal. It is.
It is.
Very
It
normal.
is. Ish.
Lala baba bala-
Pirates and bravado. I don't know if that's
Sam
normal.
Plays also said that he once lost 9.
Yeah.
So you can't say anything. Okay.
Hi.
Like his name is Sam Plays.
I mean, me and you, I understand. I can thrash you like 7-0. That's understandable. But then,
can I just like say it out loud and very proud that I once beat him at a game that I don't even
that
know.
was different. That was Street
But then,
Fighter.
you know what do? We move.
That was Street Fighter.
Because the
That wasn't
next
FIFA.
game, Aksana Tawalo, me, I've moved, We're going in
Yeah.
to the next game,
Yeah.
which is the final one. Kasazulu, I think Zindala Zombili or
Zindala
something.
Zombie.
I tried. It's really hard, I hope. But yeah, it's time for that match. Jehovah.
The grand finals.
Shay. The
Ritswere mas-
10K. I think I'll call it the 10K match.
The 10K match.
Because
10K. Yeah. 10K match.
yeah, I think it's the 10K match. As much as the other person is still going to win the 5,000 rand, as they're going to be in second place, and now we already know who is in our fourth place and fifth. Mara. This time.
Number 1.
Number 2, Kiamubona. Number 1. I want to see who will be taking it this time around, and I can't wait, honestly. This one I'm going to be watching very carefully.
This is the match you all have been waiting for, guys. That's why you guys have been tuning in from the very beginning up until this very moment. Boss Zonke up against Umasum. Let us know who you think is going to take it there. Hopefully your predictions are right this time.
Hopefully, and hopefully you put them in, and how you won't get that $100, guys. So I hope you did the things that make the things be done, and you actually put it up, and it's okay. How to when I scored the and you're like, okay, 100 rantanyana. I don't know.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think the scoreline is going to be in the comment section.
Just in case you did not, predict.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget to follow Ekasi Esports on all social media platforms, for any updates and announcements, other tournaments as well. Tomorrow we have the chess series, which is going to be happening for the final time as well. Tune into that as well. It's going to be heated, and I think the match is underway. The gents are preparing, and I think Mr. Eugene and Sam Plays are ready to take over. So let's jump into it.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and finally we're going into the grand finals with Masum and Boss Zonke, and Eugene, we finally made it, my friend.
We finally made it, and it's now or never. A 10,000 rands game. The winner pockets 15,000 rands game. The winner pockets 10,000, and the loser takes home 5,000 rands. So they are guaranteed at least 5,000 rands each, which is amazing.
I want to know, Eugene, you get 5,000 rands. You what's the first thing you're getting, my friend? I know I've asked it before, but now you can't buy a PlayStation 5 with 5,000 rands. So what are you getting?
You know what? I'm pre-ordering the FIFA 22, and then I get myself a second PS5 controller for when I get the PS5 with one controller.
A man with a plan. I love that you envision it later, that you're going to get the controller first and then the console. But it's going to make you determined, and I understand that. But personally, with 5,000 rands, I think I'd also get a FIFA 22 pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Definitely, I see that the sales are up and you can already get it for yourself now. And I love the idea of getting ready and being early into the game when it comes to, making sure that you're ready for the next FIFA, and because everything changes, dynamics change, the way things work change, and you have to be the first one in the game so that you can stand a chance when it comes to being competitive online. So definitely getting myself FIFA 22 in that regard. But right now we've got Masum going up against the Boss Zonke. Masum representing Bravado Gaming, a top tier esports team in South Africa. I think one of the best, definitely top 3 esports teams in South Africa. So representing a big company and a big brand, and then you've got Boss Zonke, who's unsigned right now, but he's made it to the finals. So I know for sure that if someone's out there watching, please keep an eye out for new, fresh talent. Boss Zonke has made it here on his ones. He's made it here on his own, and he's currently unsigned, and he's going up against a very high reputable player from a very reputable brand. And it says a lot about who Boss Zonke is and how he's made it this far. Like I said, you don't come to this point on a whim. You don't come to this point just because you're playing for fun. You're a serious player. You are a good player. And to make it where I would expect, Devok making it 5-0, you'd expect that to be in the finals. You know what I mean? So this kind of means that Boss Zonke is better than that, and he's made it through those trenches, and he's made it through, and he's fought all those fires, and he's put out all those flames, and he's now in the finals, and he's now gunning for 5,000. If you lose, my friend, you make 5,000. If you lose. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's too much for me. That's a lot.
That's a lot, man. And, the prospect of that 10,000 rands, just seeing it there, you won't settle for that 5,000.
Yeah,
As I said, if you put 10,000 rands here and 5,000 rands here and told me I should pick, I know which one I'm going for. So it's going to be a high pressure match. And congratulations to Boss Zonke, thanks to Ekasi Esports, also to Vodacom World for making this tournament possible, because it's nice to see guys like Boss Zonke who are unsigned, who are free agents, who are not pros, reaching the final, defeating a pro in Zax, the reigning world champion, the reigning champion of this Ekasi Esports World, to reach the finals. I think it's a good achievement, and it's only good for the tournament, and only good for other players who are watching in the stream, who are watching from home, to say it is possible. You can make it. You don't need to be a pro to reach the finals and to win some of these tournaments. So you don't need to feel down about it when you see pros participating in tournaments that you want to participate. Go in there and test yourself. And also to Masum, it's not going to be an easy one, because hey, how many times have we sat here and thought Uguti Boss Zonke will not make it because he's playing a pro, and time again he's proven me and most other people wrong.
No, and I love that sentiment that you were gunning for there when it comes to anybody can do it. It's just a matter of, I don't think anybody joined this tournament with the mind. I don't think Boss Zonke joined this mindset that I'm going to win and I'm going to be the top and I'm going to be in the final. He said, I'm going to try. Yeah. I'm going to do this thing. And I also want to run back to the fact that he's unsigned. So, it's not like he's somebody else and he's special. No, he's just a player that's doing his thing, and he tried, and he just said, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And somehow he's found himself into the finals, and I think I love that's what Ekasi Esports has done to enable new players and fresh players to come through and just maybe think, what would happen if I tried to play this tournament? And anybody can make it, and I really love that sentiment right now. I'm looking at the chat as well. We're getting a little bit of feedback here. We've got Polar Loads saying that Masum will win. A very defined statement at that, not leading anything up to chance. And then we've got Cody Samuelson saying, I'm just excited to watch a good match regardless of who wins. And I love that, Cody. I think that's why we're all here. We're here to just see some good FIFA players go up against each other. I love FIFA. I love the game. Eugene here is a big sportsman as well. So to see two good players, two levelly matched players come together is always fun. It's fun. I think that's the fun in sports, being able to see what could happen next.
Yeah, good comments there. One going very safe to say he just wants to enjoy the match. And the other one just being bold and saying Masum is gonna win. I presume he's a Masum follower or maybe his friend or something. But yeah, I can see that, Bozonke, it's familiar territory for him. He's been here before. He's, playing against big players who are fancied to win, and time again he has come up victorious,
Yeah.
Yes, if I was put in the corner, I would also go the Masum way, but hey, you need to be careful in these kind of matches, Players can surprise you when there's 10,000 runs on the line.
Yeah. When you're hungry, things can happen. When you're hungry and like I said, Bosong is coming in from a position where he's unsigned. He has nothing to lose. He's not representing anybody. He's doing it for himself and solely for himself.
Yeah.
And that comes with a lot at stake. You know what I mean? Like he has nothing to lose. He's going to be coming into this just to try and prove to himself that he is a good player. And I think that's been his MO for the entirety of the tournament. He's just been coming in and playing as Boss Zonke. No reputation coming into this. Nothing. Within Sachs, he has the thing of he was the reigning champion. And that comes with a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And I think that can also put you under pressure when you're coming into games like this one. But when in case of Bosonga, he doesn't have that pressure. Now this is the time where he's making a name for himself. This is the time where he's trying to break into the esports scene, and I love that for him. And I think he could surprise us. I've seen Masum, so I have a history with Masum. I've seen him at the VS Gaming tournament. That's when the first time I met Masum. And what a humble player, what a normal gen. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know what was going on. But he came to me and he was like, "Yo, thank you so much, for shouting me out so many times." And because I saw his gameplay on the VS Gaming tournament, and I'm like, this guy is great, and he made it quite far in the tournament. I'm like, this guy is amazing. Like, I love to see that type of playmanship and sportsmanship from that guy, so I think he has what it takes. They both have what it takes. They're both in the finals. It can go either way, but with Paula Lloyd saying that Masum will win, we never know. We'll see. It's a thing of, that's the game of FIFA. It can go either way.
Yeah, it can go either way, but I think Masum has got much more firepower, for Bozonga. I know he's done it before, Bozonga, against the odds. But Masum has got just something different. The way he dismantled his teammate last week, Divac, was just amazing. Across two legs, he was just relentless in the way he was going at him. He just found, variety of ways of opening up Divac, who is also a household name. So. Yes, I know I've gone against Bosonke before, but I think today it ends here today. I think the buck stops here, and Masum is just firepower, man.
Yeah.
The few matches that I've seen him play, I'm convinced with that guy. I think, he can do a lot of things. He's good with possession. He's good with his finishing. We saw some of the top, finishing last week from in the entire tournament. I think the finishing that we saw in his matches last week was some of the best that we've seen, because he always made sure that he maximizes his chances of scoring. He didn't just go and just shoot. But when there was a man free on the side, he would pass to him, even though this certain guy was stood a good chance of scoring. He would pass it to the free man just to tap it in, because what counts is that +1 on the scoreline. So I don't think Bozonke is at that level yet, or even if he's there, but I don't think he's at a level where he can handle that kind of relentless play and specific in finishing, the way the patience that he had last week, the passing when Divac was coming at him with all those skill cancels and reverse elasticos, he was able to deal with them. And I think Boss Zonke is going to have trouble, because as much as Divac is able to skill, I think but Masum is also able to skill as much as Divac can, and I don't think Boss Zonke will be able to handle that kind of pressure, particularly in the box. Because it's one thing skilling from outside the box, but when you have a skiller who skills and cancels those skills inside the box, it's a problem. And Masum showed that he can handle that to an extent against Divac. I'm not sure if Boss Zonke will be able to handle those skills and skills cancels from Masum.
Yeah, and I definitely hear you, Gene. I think time will tell. We're going to see the game right now. I think the players are already matched up, and we're going to see if Boss Zonke has what it takes to kind of withstand and push back against Masum's aggressive nature and offensive nature. But we'll see. And for those who got to see there as we match up, we've got Boss Zonke rather playing in blue, and then we've got Masum playing in white. And the game is underway. Guys, we are playing the first leg of the grand finals. Masum going up against Boss Zonke. I am keen to see this one, and we're going to see where it goes. But I'm definitely excited to see what these two players have to offer.
Yeah, as the game has started there, Boss Zonke is in blue and Masum is in white. Both players playing, going with France, and it's Boss Zonke to get the match off underway. And so far he just lost possession there against the right back from Masum, who will be looking to start fast. Make sure that you put him in the back foot from the onset, and assert your dominance as the better player of the two. As he does, he makes it 1-0. It's Masum with Wissam Benya there, who was unmarked in the box, and yet again Masum finding that key to unlocking defenses. 1-0 to Masum.
No, what a beautiful one coming in from Masum there, making it look clean with that shot on target. So beautiful from Masum. 1-0 is a comfortable lead for now, but hopefully he's going to be able to put in another one. Boss Zonke needs to readjust and understand which way he's going to go with this match, because he can't make he can't let this happen again. Rather, if he wants to stand a chance at getting the lion's share of the grand prize, which is 10,000 Rand for the winner and 5,000 Rand for whoever loses this match. So either way they go, both players are in the money today.
Yeah, either way it goes, both players are in the money. It's a 15,000 Rands game, as we have alluded earlier on. So far, Masum seems to be the one in control of the match, finding the ball, finding his way in and around the edge of the box, and making Boss Zonke uncomfortable there with a few, clearances, and that you can see that he was uncomfortable there, Boss Zonke, and he just got away with it. But yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one. He needs to be at the best of his concentration. His concentration level has to be very high against a player of the caliber of Masum, who already has managed to get that one goal cushion early on, and to put the pressure on Boss Zonke so far. But yeah, after 20 minutes, it's 1-0 to Masum, who's coming into the half of Boss Zonke and looking to find that space in and around the box. Yet again, tries the pass, but it was a bit overpowered there by Masum.
No, definitely there. Hopefully Masum can find his feet again, and Boss Zonke playing a more strategic game at this point, trying to maintain possession, playing it at the back, keeping those passes clean. Each pass has found its man so far, and I think he's doing the right thing here, trying to find his placing, get his footing into the game rather than making rash decisions. Is he going to be able to find an opening there? Beautiful skills coming in from Boss Zonke just outside the 18 area, but Masum not letting him or not giving him the chance chance rather to try and get in, and unfortunately there he gets intercepted by Masum's defenders, but he retains position. Is he going to be able to find his way in? I'm loving the passes coming in from Boss Zonke, each one being clean and clinical. Tries to break into the 18-yard area, but still again not finding a man and getting intercepted by Masum. Masum's defense is rigid. There's no easy way of getting in, and I think Boss Zonke is going to have to focus on that one moving forward.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Masum is playing here, but I think it's a 4-2-3-1, which is a very deadly formation. As he gets that pass to the free man, once again, Masum makes it 2-0. You know, that extra pass, you know, any other player would have went for a shot, but Masum goes for that extra pass in the box, and more often than not, it's just a tap in for the guy who's just standing there onside. Masum just shows how high a caliber of player he is to make it 2-0 against Boss Zonke in the grand final.
No, this one is going to be an interesting one, Eugene. 2-0 in the first half, kind of setting the direction in which we're going, kind of giving us a little bit of an indication of which way this match might go. But I think the best Zonke are making some necessary
Paul Pogba. Here is Digne.
Just under 10 minutes before we go into half time. Maybe Boss Zonke can find his feet again, we don't know. But I think he's definitely on the right path. Unfortunately, they're getting intercepted by Masum. Going to see if he's going to be able to find his man. Unfortunately, doesn't get that pass in. You know, it can go either way at this point.
Yeah, you know, the difference is when Masum gets the ball, the pass to the pass to the forwards, you know, it normally is 2 or 3 passes before it gets into the box. But with Boss Zonke, it's about 6 or 7 passes before it gets onto you know, Masum's half, and it's going to be different. It's a bit slower from Boss Zonke. I think he needs to speed things up a bit. You know, try to apply some pressure onto Masum, because so far Masum is just having, you know, one of the best days of his life.
No, one of the better days, 100% for Masum. Currently 2-0 for the both of them for the day, and 2-0 on aggregate. As you guys know, we're going to be playing a second leg for the final, so hopefully we're going to see what happens there. But it is half time, Eugene, and we're going to see, you know, stats pretty much aligned the way I saw it. I mean, it is 50-50 when it comes to possession, but definitely I'm not seeing as many shots coming in from Boss Zonke. I'm not too sure if it's a thing of him being a bit nervous or if it's a thing of Masum not giving him the opportunity to take those shots. And there's a few shots coming in this one, but Masum really taking advantage of those shots as they are on target for the most part. So beautifully played there by Masum.
Yeah, Masum doesn't give anything away. He's got 2 shots at goal, 2 shots at target, 2 shots that have counted, that have hit the back of the net. And it's that thing again of increasing the percentages of you scoring that Masum has, you know, mastered very well. You know, I think, as I said last week, this week, that it's some of the best finishing that you will see. You know, it shows you that you don't really need to score those beautiful goals from far off. Who cares if it's a outside of the box killer or not? The one thing that counts is that scoreline, and Masum is taking advantage of that extra pass so far. As we see, the second half is underway. Remember that we are in the grand final of the Ekasi Esports series as Masum comes into the box, finds the man, but yeah, Boss Zonke is there to clear, but the ball doesn't fall too far away as Boss Zonke just manages to get pressure off for a while, you know, and try to get that counter attack and make it 2-1, you know. But unfortunately so far the players from Masum are back onto their positions, and he's not giving anything away. The closing of the passes by Masum is top notch today, Sam.
No, big plays coming in there from Masum, and they're really showing the better side to him. Or rather not letting anything up for chance, but maybe Boss Zonke may be able to find his footing, getting that through ball there on the right, but unfortunately getting intercepted, and he still maintains possession in this situation. Is he going to be able to find a clear man? The passes, once again, I'm very impressed by them because they truly do find their man. and not too much, or not letting much to chance here whatsoever. Playing it back, which is I think correct strategy coming into this one, but he needs to find those goals. He needs to be a little bit more on the aggressive side. He needs to put pressure on Masoom, and right now, like there, just what he did now, losing the ball, even though he had possession for the most part, he had a lot of players on hand. I think that's costly to him, and it's going to affect him in regards to the outcome of this match.
Masoom's positioning of players is top yet again, you know, and he chooses, he calculates when he's going to go for that interception or is going to go for that challenge. You know, he doesn't just go there as he finds the spare man again. Can he make it 3-0? No, he can't. What a save from Hugo Lloris there for Boss Zonke to keep the score at 2-0, you know, for Masoom, as Boss Zonke tries to hang on and to go into the next leg, you know, with a manageable scoreline so far. But yeah, it's Boss Zonke yet again looking for that through ball, but the man does the run, but there is a man who is closing those passing channels there, as Boss Zonke with his slow build up still coming and looking for those runners who aren't really there because there isn't much space to run into, as Masoom is closing those spaces and, you know, making sure that he leaves Boss Zonke no decision or no passes to make. You know, the passes that needs to go into the box are always intercepted by Masoom, and it's not only because of Boss Zonke's maybe passing not being correct, but it's also because Masoom, when it comes to closing the passing lanes, he is very complete.
Really, it truly is. Hopefully we're going to be able to see Boss Zonke come back from this one. Currently we are sitting at a 2-goal lead for Masoom, and we're getting that pause request there from Boss Zonke, so I think he knows and understands that he truly needs to make necessary adjustments here. But I don't think all hope is lost, not just yet. Mind you, we have a second leg to go through, and I think the goal difference here makes it 100% doable for Boss Zonke to come back from this one. At least what I think Boss Zonke has got right here is that he's not giving Masoom any more opportunities for him to make those shots, because as it seems, Masoom, when he takes a shot, it's on target, it's going to go in. So rather avoid the whole situation by not letting him take those shots, by not letting him get through that defense, and maybe he can come out on top in this one.
Yeah, as Boss Zonke tries to get that ball into the box, but yeah, yet again, it is intercepted just at the right time. I don't think Boss Zonke has had a shot at goal so far, as he gets that pause that he's looking for. Trying to change things a bit from the 4-4-2 holding formation onto the 4-3-1-2. Can it be, you know, bring change for him? He's bringing in Karim Benzema to play just behind the two forwards there, Wissam Benya there and Kylian Mbappe, who haven't been in the game so far. You know, they've been a bit missing because every time they get the ball, the defenders are there to just toe poke it from their foot and try to hit them on the counter. But yeah, it's that man Masoom who is doing very well, you know, just hanging on and holding on to that 2-0 lead going into the second leg of the grand final of the Ekasi Esports grand final, powered by Vodacom World. As we see Masoom getting the ball back, it's Paul Pogba looking forward, but yes, and yet again Paul Pogba from Boss Zonke with a good interception. Can he narrow the lead of Masoom to make it a one-goal game in the second leg? No, he can't. As Pogba yet again wins that ball, tries to look for that through ball, but not can't be able to. It's the final seconds. Can Masoom get that 3-goal cushion into the second leg? Can he do it? Dances around in the box. No, he can't. Yes, he can. Oh, hits the post at the last second, and it's a final whistle. What a game and what a shot by Masoom there to hit the post in the final second of the game. to make it a 3-0, but it ends on with a 2-0 advantage for Masoom.
Oh man!
The second leg.
And I think luck was on Bosonke's side a little bit. That 3-0 I think would have been a little bit devastating going into the second leg, but luckily I think he's chilling on 2-0 right now, and he's going to be able to maybe come back in the second game. You know, it can go either way. I still have faith. I don't think all hope is lost just yet between Masoom and Bosonke, but we're going to see what's going to happen in the second game. I think I honestly and truly believe that I think Bosonke has found his footing, and he's understood who Masoom is, because of that Masoom has had less shots on target, less shots rather overall, and he's not giving him that space and that time of day and not entertaining Masoom's chats right now. But I'm looking at the chat in the comment sections right now, and Polo is making quite a good point here, saying that the one thing that is different here, or that is the difference here, is the skill moves. Bosonke needs to learn how to skill move, then he can be competitive. And I think that is a very good observation coming in there from Paula. Thank you so much for that comment. There is those few things that separate you from being a casual player, a competitive player. Bosonke definitely understands, I think, the game overall, how to maintain possession, how to space your people, how to make sure that you find your man. But those one-on-one interactions, those one-on-one situations where you have to just have that little bit of edge just to get through, that's when the skill comes in. And I think that's what separates you from being a good player and being a great player.
It is. It's one of the major things. It's a good point by Paula there. It's one of those things, because it opens up, you know, angles where, you know, if you don't scale, you won't get those angles. When you are closed down, there are other skills that you do, and you know, suddenly you've opened up a passing lane that was blocked by a particular player. And unfortunately, Bosonke doesn't have that, you know, as much as he needs to beat someone like this, you know. But it's still possible to win games. It's still possible to beat the likes of Masoom without skilling that much. The other thing that I am concerned is his passes are a bit, you know, he doesn't have too many runners making forward runs, and if you don't have you know, runners making those forward runs, you're gonna struggle, and that's where you will need those skill moves. You know, I think in this match, as the second leg gets underway, Bosonke still in blue and Masoom in white. Remember that Masoom is leading 2-0 in the second leg. I think in matches like these, you know, you need to you know, maybe play on an offensive long ball. You know, try to get, when you get the ball, try to have as many forward runners as possible, you know, rather than having players you know, keeping their possession, because when it gets slow, you are playing right into Masoom's hands, because as I described Masoom, he's a very patient player. You know, he's a very patient player. He doesn't mind, you know, doing this, but whenever he gets into the box, he's deadly. You know, if he gets into the box 3 times, surely 2 times he's going to score.
Hopefully we'll get to see that today, but Masoom not letting out on the pressure whatsoever, and Tugs needing to do a little bit of damage control there in defense, playing it quite risky, passing in the 18-yard area, but a very necessary move for him to be able to control the situation and come back from it once again. Is he going to be able to find his players? I think I'm just thoroughly impressed by the passing capabilities of Bosonke. He really knows how to move the ball. It's just a matter of him managing or finding out how to move it to the back of the net. I think that's what he's struggling with right now. Yeah,
just to get it in the box. That's what he needs, you know, because if you check there, if you look at this, you know, from Masoom, you know, I think that was a wrong decision there by Masoom. You know, a rare wrong decision. Is that a penalty? Yes, it's a penalty. It's one of those dodgy penalties that we keep on seeing in this game of FIFA 21. And can Masoom make it 3-0? It's Kylian Mbappe. 1-0 on the day and 3-0 on aggregate. Is that game, set, and match? He is in trouble. Is Bosonke? He needs to start, you know, troubling Masoom, because so far I'm not seeing, you know, shots from range, shots in anger. It's like he's accepting the defeat.
No, definitely there, Bosonke. Unfortunate, but I'm hoping that he finds his feet. Masoom not letting out on the pressure whatsoever, and there it comes the skills again, where those are definitely necessary on one-on-one situations, and I think Bosonke is having a tough time adjusting to them, because it's a thing of how do you react to something like that, something that you can't predict happening. It's one of those things that is separating them, the two of them, giving him that 1-goal lead for the day, 3-0 on aggregate. Bosonke is going to really have to pull up his socks and show us what he has in store for us in that hat, maybe pull out a magic trick or two just to try and come back from this one.
Nice turn by Bosonke, but can he get the shot in? No, he can't. Masoom showing that he is there. He's always there, you know, and watching what's happening, getting the ball back and trying to turn defense into attack in a blink of an eye, and he's capable of doing that. He gets the ball into Benyeda there, and we know how troublesome Benyeda can be, but the pass is not good enough to get into the box. Bosonke trying to find his way out of his half, but Masoom says nope, you can't. But Bosonke wins the ball back and tries to get those forward players into play, but he cannot. He can't seem to get enough forward runners to trouble Masoom so far in this game. But even some of the passes that he's completing are a bit out of desperation. One thing that I want to see, Sam, is shots out of anger. If you get those shots out of anger, it shows that you really want this. But so far, it's like he is the one leading with 3, which is about to be 4. It's Masoom with Kylian Mbappe on his left foot, putting the ball into the back of the net, onto the near post of the goalkeeper. It's 2-0 on the day and 4-0 on aggregate. I think it's safe to say that this is game set and a match for Masoom, who is about to be crowned the champion of the FIFA Ekasi Esports 21 series. But there is stranger things have happened in the past, but I don't think it's gonna happen today, Sam.
You know what I think is happening here, Eugene? I think Masoom is playing like a player who really wants that 10,000 rand at this point. Really not giving Bosonke any opportunities, any chances to kind of get even a sniff at that grand prize at this point. But yeah, I think it is set in stone at this point that it's game set, where Masoom is coming out as the leader and as the winner out of this one with a 4-0 lead on aggregate, 2-0 for the day. Maybe Bosonke can manage to get 1 or 2 goals in there just to, be in the game at this point. I think he's playing it a bit too passive. I think he's trying all the safe routes at this point, not taking enough risks, not taking enough opportunities, and that's what you need when you come to the grand finals. You need to be a risk taker. You need to be willing to do whatever it takes for you to make sure that you walk away with the lion's share of the grand prize.
You see, it's like the carbon copy of the last match that we saw. 2 shots at goal, 2 shots at target for Masoom, 2 shots on goal, 0 shots on goal for Bosonke. As I said, when you play against players like this and you are constantly in the back foot, have shots from anger. I think we saw last week Divac, who was outplayed by Masoom, but he did have shots at anger. He did have a few shots here and there, and sometimes shots like that go even if they don't go into the back of the net, they go in for a corner, and it's 50-50 when you get a corner. You don't know, so one or two of your defenders can just head the ball in and give you that breathing space, or that motivation to go for it more. As we see Bosonke there finding that goal back, to make it to 2-1. It's Ousmane Dembele and Bosonke there trying to come back into the match. It's 4-1 on aggregate, and 2-1 is still trailing in this match. Sam, this is what we should have seen more of in the first 3 halves of this tie.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm happy for him and him he kind of made that seem a little too easy for me. So definitely showing that he has what it takes to be able to be in this game and actually try and come out as the winner. But I think it's a little too late, as Masoom just humbles Bosonke again with that third goal for the day, making it 5-1 on aggregate. Bosonke, he's trying, and he's really, really trying. But Masoom just showing him that, no, you can do what you want, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to get out as the winner for this day.
Masoom just knows when to turn the style on. Just from kickoff, he found his way into the box, and if you get the ball onto Kylian Mbappe, the man who is the second most expensive player of all time, the cover star of FIFA 21 and FIFA 22, he's never gonna miss those. And Masoom, it's leading 5-1. Just when Boss Zonke thought maybe I might have a sniff here, Masoom said, no, not today.
No, not at all. We still have 30 minutes on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. We do truly appreciate those who are currently watching, and please keep those comments coming in, as we'd love to know what you guys think about this match. So far, it is a heated one at that. I'll give it to both players that they are giving us a match for today, but Masoom right there just showing us what the man, and he's going to try to get it in on the bottom left corner, making it 6-1 on aggregate. What a beautiful game, and what a beautiful shot coming in from Masoom.
The directional nutmeg was the difference there to create space for Wissam Benye there, and when he got the ball back, he was cool, calm, and was able to change direction, just fool the defender a bit, and had a clean free shot at goal there to make it 4-1 on the day and 6-1 on aggregate in the grand final. What a player is Masoom today, making a statement of intent there that he's going to win the championship, and he's going to do it in style as he gets that through ball there to make it into the half of Bozonke, but runs the ball out of play.
No, unfortunately there, but Bosonke finally, or rather gets possession, and hopefully he's going to be able to make the most out of it. It is 6-1 on aggregate. I think it's set in stone. We know who the champion is going to be for this winner. I think I don't want to call it too early, but Masoom representing Bravado there as well. So I think this is a major win for Bravado, coming in there from Masoom. Bosonke made it this far. Unfortunately not having just enough to take it over the edge, but he manages to get that beautiful lob shot there. And Bosonke is showing us that he has what it takes, that he knows what to do, that he knows how to get past the players. But I think it's a little too late on this one. 6-2 on aggregate, 4-2 for the day. We get that pause request coming in from Bosonke, so maybe he's going to be able to make a few adjustments. But I think we just have just over 20 minutes on the clock, just under 10 minutes on the clock. And I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to do or make rather a big enough difference for him to come out as the winner for today.
Yeah, I think it's a bit too late. It's a bit too late. As we see, players have run out of stamina, and even if you had a half, one more half to play, I think it was still going to be a bit too late for him, especially against a player of the caliber of Masoom, who for him, he's now, opening up the champagnes, getting the champagnes ready to celebrate, because under 13 minutes, I'm not sure if you can get 5 unanswered goals or even 4 unanswered goals just to force this match into extra time. So I think Masoom has got this one under control. Hey, we have seen stranger things in the past, but I don't think we're going to see anything close to those today. Under 13 minutes left in this game. It's 6-2 on aggregate for Masoom, 4-2 on the day, with just above 10 minutes left. Is Bozonke trying to get the ball into Masoom's half. He gets it, but Masoom manages to fend off the attack and gets the ball back, awkwardly so, but he clears that one. And as we see, Bozonke is is playing some sort of dangerous tactic, and it's Masoom with Rabiot, who isn't the fastest of the players, and he cannot get the shot off to get a goal there. As we see rash challenges there by Masoom trying to win the ball back, and he gets it, and the nutmeg, and the skill moves coming in there by Masoom, trying to hold on to possession with under 5 minutes left. I think this one is done. It's done, man.
I think this one is set in stone. We have just under 2 minutes left in the game. Bosonke has proven to try and actually give it his best at this point. We've seen those 2 goals go in. Those goals didn't come in easy. He had to fight for them, but they came through. And I think, Masoom has managed to take this one away. Masoom is officially the winner of the FIFA, or rather the Ekasi Esports FIFA 21 series, with Bosonke trying to come through there and unfortunately not being able to find his man. Eugene, I think we've seen it all. Game time, it's matched, set, it's done. It's a wrap. Congratulations to Masoom from Bravado Gaming for coming through, really truly bringing the bravado to this game and showing why he is one of those great players that needs to be respected and feared in the esports scene and in the FIFA scene in South Africa. So congratulations to Masoom, and also congratulations to Bosonke. He doesn't walk away empty-handed. He walks away with a cool 5,000 rands that I definitely think is a good way to kind of end your long run in a 10-week long tournament. I think we've seen it all here, and big ups to both players right now.
Congratulations to Masoom. What a performance from him in the last 3 weeks. Coming out, from the shadows of other players and claiming and making a huge statement with some of the players he's beaten in the past, last week with Divac, and this week to top it off with a 6-2 grand final victory. What a performance, and congratulations to him. He gets that 10,000 rands. I'd love to be in his shoes at this moment. Masoom, he performed very well. Some of the finishing, some of the chance creation and chance taking that he created was just out of this world. These are the stuff that we see from the likes of your Tabos and your Kalens, and Masoom is well on his way to those levels, and to win the Ekasi Esports FIFA 21 series of this year is a proud moment for him, and it's a very, very top achievement. So congratulations.
He must practice on his finishing, and I think more than that, I think he needs to practice on getting more opportunities, taking more risks, taking more chances. You can practice finishing, but if you're not in the position to take shots, let's start there. Let's start taking more shots before we start focusing on finishing. And I definitely know that he has what it takes, and he's done it before. We've seen him play countless times in this tournament. So I think because when he does shoot, when he does finish, I think he's got that on point. It's just a matter of getting those opportunities, finding those loopholes.
Yeah. I think one thing that we're not mentioning here is it was a high pressure game. It's a final of the Ekasi Esports series, FIFA 21 series. And Bosonke probably has never been in a situation where he's playing a final of this magnitude. And on the other hand, you have Masoom, who has played in multiple finals like this. So for him, yes, it is pressure, but the pressure is less on his side. And when it's your first time playing in a final of this magnitude, and you're playing against a player of this caliber, the pressure becomes double. So I think to be in that space for Bosonke, it was overwhelming. I think it overwhelmed him. I think if he was playing Masoom in a match, in any other match than the final, he would have performed better. But the final brings on itself much pressure, and the fact that you are playing against a player of this magnitude also played into him, because as soon as he saw that I've got nothing to lose, in that second half of the second leg, we were able to see what he can offer. In the first 3 halves, you could see that nerves were there, pressure. You could see that he's a bit nervous. But surely next year this man is going to is going to be one of the names to watch out for, because he might get a call from one of these companies to say, hey, come up, let's sign you up, because he's a top player.
Yeah. And I think we always circle back to that Ekasi Esports has provided a platform rather to new and upcoming players that are good at FIFA, and giving them a chance for showcasing their talents and for being able to network and build their brand and also their reputation. And this is, like we said, this is a good thing to add to your CV. Coming second place in the Ekasi Esports FIFA 20 series, that's a good thing to say, and that's a good thing that you can come through and say, I'm not just playing for games, I don't play FIFA with my friends at home. No, I'm playing competitively. I'm serious. I walked away. Now he can add a little bit more to his earnings, because I think that's a big thing. That's a big insight for esports players in South Africa, to mention that, Mom, I'm not playing for fun here. We're playing for real monies, and ultimately this is paying for his gaming expenses. I think overall he can pay his subscriptions, he can pay for the new FIFA, you can pay for a new controller, and it allows you to not burden the cost of playing the game. And able to pick up on that. So big ups to him and big ups to Bosonke, and I truly hope that he keeps on going, he keeps on moving. And to everybody, if you're watching right now at home and you were in the tournament, I hope you guys keep going. I hope you guys keep pushing and keep playing the game of FIFA, because that's what grows our esports scene, that's what grows the FIFA scene. And I'm keen to see more and fresh and new local talent. I'm always about growth. I'm always about seeing the underdog win. I think everybody loves a good story, and this one is going to be a great one to tell for him.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great one to tell. You've hit it on the nail there, on the head rather. For Boss Zonke, I think this has to inspire him to go for it more, because he's seen that he's capable, and his cycle of friends will also see that it is possible. It is possible. You give it time, give it practice, you're gonna reach it there. But hey, for Masoom, man, I'd love to be in his shoes. 10,000 rands just for beating people for 6-2. Yeah, no, it's nice to be him. It's nice to be him.
Yeah.
So congratulations to him yet again. And I think, if you're Boss Zonke, or if you are any other FIFA player who wants to be a future champion of this tournament, what you need to do is just go and watch back. If not all of these streams, just go and select a few and watch how the winner, Masoom, played, what he did. Try to learn on his strengths, how he was able to open up. Because, hey, I will stress this more. This man, whenever he got a chance to score, he didn't score. He made that extra pass, and that extra pass meant that he just gets a free tapping. If it was me playing there in most of those opportunities, I would have taken a shot. And you know what? 3 out of those shots, or 2 out of those shots, would have been saved for a corner. But no, not for Masoom. Masoom always goes for that extra pass, and that extra pass always leads to an extra goal. So if you are aspiring to be like Masoom, a future champion of any other tournament, just watch some of us, watch this stream back, watch some of our streams back, and see what Masoom was able to do. The likes of Divac, the likes of Boss Zonke and Sax, the way they played, learn a few skill moves, try to change with using the right stick, not the L1, because the L1 is not as accurate as it used to be. So those are some of the tips for me.
No, some beautiful pointers there again, and I always say this: if you need some guidance and some coaching in the FIFA game, definitely Eugene is the one to talk to, because he made some really great points there. I think hopefully Bosonka can take some of those tips and move forward and become a greater player. I really trust it, and I hope that he does. I'm looking at the comments right now as well, and I got Pololode saying, congratulations Masoom, as I had predicted, which he did say. He did say that he will win. I'm not sure if that had something to do with the outcome of the game, but definitely he won, and big ups to Pololode. Thank you so much for engaging with us. And then you've got Mr. G saying, great point, that experience gave Masoom the edge. And I think to everybody out there, you can't, you have to go through it to experience it. Masoom did have more experience in the game, but I think Bosonke, this was his experience. Do you know what I mean? This was his learning curve. This was his, I think, his arch in his career, where he can say, I've been there, I've done that. I now know that there are players that can do better than me, and I need to now figure out how to do that. And maybe if it's a thing of Masoom and Bosonke connecting and saying, hey, let's play, because I like the way you play and you're better than me, and that's the only way you grow. I've always said that again. But Eugene, I think, we've made it this far. We've finally wrapped it up. Big ups to Masoom for endearing this 10-week-long journey and making it to the grand finals and being the finalist and winning that 10,000 rands. Big ups to you, Bosonke, for coming in second place. Eugene, big ups to you for coming in for these 10 weeks and sitting alongside me. And I've enjoyed this journey as well. And I'm very thankful for having someone as experienced as you and as insightful as you, for teaching me new things. I mean, I actually had to go home and Google what La Croquette means, because you mentioned those things and I've learned a lot. So I'm very grateful for that, and I'm hoping that a lot of people got to take out a lot from this tournament, because I think we've experienced a lot and we've gotten to see what the South African esports scene has to offer. And I'm very grateful to everybody that's participated, because this wouldn't be possible without you guys. The guys that are at home viewing this game, watching you guys, Vodacom World for sponsoring it, everybody. This was a huge project, and I think it's come to fruition, and we've got to see how it came through, and I'm very grateful for that, and I think we're going to be able to go home today satisfied with the outcome. I definitely didn't see it going this way. I didn't see Masoom taking the cup, but I love something that you can't predict, something that you can't see come through, so I love that 100%.
Big ups to Vodacom World, as you've said. Big ups to Ekasi Esports, and big ups to all the players that participated in this tournament. Those will be some of the experiences that will help them grow in the esports scene. And from me, I'd like to thank you for being a great host, a great partner. We've done very well, and hopefully we continue to grow next year, with the FIFA 22, just a few months away. I'm sure, players are now starting to practice more, because this Ekasi Esports series is something worth participating in, because I know, man, if I was in here, going for that 10,000 rands, that's where I wish I would have been. But big ups to Ekasi, big ups to everyone, and yes, for me, let's meet again next year.
Definitely, I'm very keen to see, hopefully, more of these come through. Maybe we can do multiple Ekasi Esports series in a year rather than one a year. But this was a great experience. This was an amazing experience. Thank you to everybody for making it possible. And I think that's a wrap from myself and Eugene. We'd like to thank you guys. We've had the pleasure of hosting you guys and commentating for you guys. Definitely one of the better experiences and better highlights of my year. It's been, I don't know what I'm going to do on my Saturdays anymore, because I really look forward to them. But I'm hoping to see more tournaments, and I'm hoping to see more of you guys, and I hope you guys see us in future as well, as we'd love to cast more FIFA games. But to everybody that was involved in this tournament, big thank you to you, big shout out to you, and I'm keen to see you guys again next year for the next Ekasi Esports. But from myself and Eugene, it's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will definitely catch you guys soon. Just keep manifesting and keep your hopes up as we're going to be giving you guys some quality content in the near future. Thank you guys so much. We're going to be handing it over to our casters and or rather our panelists, and they're going to be closing it off for today. But it's been a pleasure for myself and Eugene. We appreciate him, Zanzi, and we'll see you soon.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I think at this point, there's not really much to really say.
He did the things that make the things be done.
Yeah, he did the things that made the things to be done.
Yeah, you said it right. I'm very proud of you.
Congratulations to
Look.
and proving his worth in this entire tournament.
Sure.
Coming from a very competitive start, very consistent, and then nailing it with that win. Congratulations to Masu. Congratulations to him.
A very big congratulations to him. Like, yo, hey man.
He's been walking away.
I wonder how about our best foot forward.
Yeah.
Because six. But best finger forward. Like a whole six.
Going home with what?
Oh, I guys.
10,000 rands, guys.
Me
10,000
can.
rands.
Let's see. You see, this is why.
It's 10,000 rands.
Otomile. This is why I said that I wish I could play FIFA at this point.
Yeah.
But if I can play it, I have to have the experience. I have to have a skilling and so that I can actually win. Because you might have the skills, to play against your friends, but when it actually comes to playing with the best of the best, look,
it's a different story, man.
Yeah. It's a whole different book.
Yeah. But Bozonke, the dark horse of the tournament, the underdog, he's proved his worth as well, managing to keep his defense a bit tight, getting in those passes. Uzamile, Shem.
For the fact that he made it so far, like Bona, we started it off with 64 people. Like, please understand the fact that it started off with 64 players, and he got to number 2. Like that is something that is one for the books for him. So Lena, he deserves that round of applause, because some people couldn't even make it to top 5.
Yeah.
So that is something that
yeah, and he's not only walking away with bragging rights, he's also walking away with 5,000 rands.
Hey,
5,000.
he has 5,000 rands rather to show. Guys, I was there. I did the things. Yes, I did not get to first place, but I did manage, to get, your second place, your silver nyana. At least you got something. Silver is better than nothing. And that 5K, look, Laura Tilahana.
Yeah, shame.
Yeah, I had
Masumu, give me a 5 nyana, what I'm saying? I spoke to him, he said he's gonna guide me something nyana. And I'm sorted, man.
Yeah,
and just a quick recap, on third spot, Renali Utivak.
Yes.
Yeah, walking away with 3,000 rands, I believe. And then on the fourth, 3K, and then on the fourth position, Renali Untax, who is walking away with 1,000 rands. And then on 5th position we have Zaid April. If you guys remember him also, who put up a a tough
he was also one person to look out for when coming up. Did he play at Kaufela? And I was like, I thought he would make it to the top 5.
But
and
you thought wrong as always, man.
It's fine. But we all know who took the whole 10K. And this is the final meeting. This is the last time you're going to be seeing.
Man, I'm going to miss sitting here in front of you guys, Yeah.
He's going to miss hitting the table more than anything.
Yeah. Ish, man, but then it is what it is. Hopefully next year Ekasi comes back with a banger, a bigger competition, and I know they will. Ekasi's up there. Ekasi will.
And I saw in the comment section on YouTube, there's some people, they're like, why am I only finding out about this now? So now you know. So you better make sure you follow the Ekasi Esports on every social media platform, and you go over to their website so you can be, updated early, and the next time.
Yeah. And a huge shout out to Vodacom World as well, who made all of this possible, So shout out to them, and it couldn't have been, possible without them. Now you know the vibe, man. And I think that's how we can close it off, man.
Yes.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, bye-bye.
Bye.
Find me in the corner.